Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys had a great week. I'm sure for a lot of you, Bitcoin was quite a frustration as it was for a lot of my subscribers as well as myself. Bottom line right now is I see no sign of a bottom, though we're in a region that I've been looking for. We're still within support level, but in some point in this region, I expect some form of bottom, at least a corrective rally, but most likely bottom to this correction. But we're not there yet. It's obvious that the action here is not impulsive. So we'll go through it. We'll keep this one short. I'll go through Bitcoin, and I will also talk about potential bottom I see in Ether and Bitcoin basis. So let's jump in and then see where we're at. So Bitcoin right now, if you look at my structure here now, I want to say one indication of a strong bottom is a move through 9,000 in impulsive fashion. So though I don't think we bottomed, I've got this red count here, and I've got a little support box. You may be tough to see, right where that red one is. Indicates 9,000 as a key pivot from an Elliott wave perspective. But in terms of action overall, I see that as unlikely. Now, one thing I want to point out, we have a similar fractal from what we had back here. Now, during this time that we were in this August region, there was a lot of folks that were turning bullish. I don't want to say that everyone on Twitter was bullish. A lot of smart traders were not. Some of my subscribers were pushing some of my or are willing to trade some of my alternate bullish counts. But it was really clear with this three-wave structure we had in this region that I'm circling, that we most likely had not bottomed unless we were relying on what's called a truncated bottom in Elliott wave speak. And if you look where we're at now, we have very similar structure off this low. I mean, though this one comes off a very strong third wave and this wave down, we've got a bottom in three waves, which right now I'm calling a B wave according to my chart. So with that, I don't see a finished bottom pattern unless we want to call it truncated. Again, that's something very rare from an Elliott wave perspective. So, but 9,000 is a pivot, and we'll see. So, still looking down right now. That said, though I've taken some short scalps here and there, I really think that shorting this market right now at this point in time is kind of run out of gas. It's not to say you can't be profitable. I certainly have been taking some, but I'm keeping those positions super, super small at this point in time. All right, and then if we pop over 9,000, I'll be looking for little pullbacks to hop on the train upward if that looks impulsive when it does. Okay, so right now, not much to say about Bitcoin. If you're thinking really, really long term, it's really not a bad region to add to your core portfolio. But if you're an aggressive short term trader, as I am, I don't see any real reason to get excited about the long side just yet. But it's coming around, in my view. All right. Now I want to point out Ether Bitcoin in Bitcoin basis, or the Ether Bitcoin pair. I think we have a potential bottom pattern. Now, I want to say, first of all, I really don't like the incomplete looking structure that we have underneath. However, that's the method, that's the path in which we came into a bottom. However, right now with this, not the prettiest five-wave move, but nicely extended, and this corrective pullback, and also hitting key fibs for the start of a third wave, I think it potentially has signaled a bottom. Now, I want to be crystal clear that if we now break 0.02 or 0.019 at this point in time specifically, or more strongly, this setup will likely break, or at least we're going to have a very low red 2 come into play. I am trading this one long right now, but I'm going to be keeping those levels as a stop if they are hit. All right. So that gives some indication that, that gives us a stronger trade to play. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Ether Bitcoin and how to trade it, now this doesn't do any good if you're not trading on leverage. You've got to take this trade on leverage because you're effectively shorting Bitcoin. If you sell your Bitcoin to buy Ether, well, you are buying relative strength right now, in my point of view, but you're not really making this trade very profitable since you're still long Ether and short the dollar. So this is very important to take as a leverage trade, and that means it's not for everybody, and definitely not a suggestion if you're unfamiliar. So please do your own thought process here, your own trade plan before you take such a trade. I am not responsible for your trades whatsoever. All right. So I hope that makes sense. I'm watching this pair. I mean, with this world right now, or this choppy crypto world we have right now, it's really hard to take any really strong trades, and this is about the only one I'm taking at this point in time, other than that slow ads for my core portfolio on the long side. All right, guys, so that's what I have this week. Again, really short update. Really, this market's not giving us much. We're close to a bottom, close to an expected bottom in my point of view, but until we see that impulsive, clear 5-wave rally, I'm really not going to suggest that the bottom is in. I'm going to be looking down. So it's really simple that way, all right, guys? So hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.